Hi everyone, welcome to another session here in Citynews. Today we are talking about the insecurity here in Monteria. In the last days, we've received many complaints about the cases of robbery in the city. Our reporter JAIR will explain the situation. Hi JAIR, tell us what is happening in Monteria.
Hi Natalia, greeting. The situation in Monteria is totally sad because the insecurity here is terrible and the people fear to their life and their belonging and the mayor does not giving a situation to this.
¿Se siente usted segura aquí en la ciudad de Montería?
No me siento segura, ya que últimamente en la ciudad se han presentado atracos en diferentes barrios, incluso en el barrio donde vivo es muy inseguro porque no nos podemos sentar en las terrazas, ya que han venido personas en motos armadas y han dispuesto de nuestras pertenencias.
¿Qué cree usted que debería hacer el alcalde respecto a esta problemática que se presenta en la ciudad de Montería?
Pues pienso que debería implementar más seguridad para el ciudadano, ya que un cuadrante cubre muchos barrios y no alcanza a prestarle seguridad suficiente a los ciudadanos.
¿Se siente usted seguro aquí en Montería a partir de las problemáticas y los robos que se ha dado aquí?
La inseguridad es totalmente evidente en todos los campos, en negocios, en supermercados, en la calle, así que es preocupante, alarmante, preocupante que se deben tomar medidas drásticas respecto a este tema. Prioridad, porque la verdad es que la delincuencia campante y no vemos ningún movimiento, no vemos ninguna solución cercana.
And now, in our international news, yesterday around the night hours, the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, announced a military operation against Ukraine. The report of this news will covered by our international reporter, Stefany. Stefany, what are the reasons about this fact and how is the situation now in Ukraine?
Hello, Natalia. I'm for sorry, I introduced myself a little disorganized, but we were all asleep when the bombing began to be heard. And well, the main reason is that Putin wants suspension of NATO and the military development of the territory of Ukraine by the alliance is unacceptable for Russia. Putin's goal is to overthrow the government and install a puppet regime. That is very clear in the speech, and he will not stop until the entire territory of Ukraine is considered friendly, as defined by Moscow. Vladimir Putin's decision to invade his neighbor is a climax of a crisis that began 8 years ago. What are the reasons behind the conflict between the two countries? Although much of the international community is still shocked, no international policy analyst or scholar was surprised that Russia invaded Ukraine on Thursday, much less for those who have carefully followed the course of Vladimir Putin since he came to power in Moscow, as happened in 2008 with South Ossetia, Georgia, or in 2040 with Crimea, the first Ukrainian chapter. The Russian president said that the military operation was never an option, but in his announcement, as in passing, Putin outlined the central motive behind the attack, NATO's expansion and the alliance military development of Ukraine's territory is unacceptable to Russia. The truth is that the Russian invasion, which revived the gods of the Cold War, has a long-standing geopolitical background. which has to do with the Russian refusal to accept the rapprochement of NATO and the European Union to the former Soviet Republic, which Moscow considers part of its identity and its sphere of influence. Um, the expansion of NATO and the military development of the territory by Ukraine is unacceptable. Experts agree that Putin considers control over Ukraine to be vital to Russia's security. He believes that the two countries make up the one people. Putin's goal is to overthrow the government in Selapopy regime. That is very clear in the speech. He will don't stop until the entire territory of Ukraine is considered friendly by Moscow. American analyze the situation. In a conference he gave through YouTube, in which this medium participates, saying that what we are seeing here is we'll say capture, and it will probably be followed by an occupation country. Putin's the Argentine international analyst Claudio Fantini thinks similarly. Putin declared Ukraine as a state created by the Western powers to carve out the map of Russia. He denied the existence of a nation. He said in radio statements, I am very worried for the situation in this moment here in Ukraine. The genesis of the current conflict dates back to 2013, when the president of Ukraine, the pro-Russian Viktor Yanukovych, suspended the signing of an association agreement with the EU scheduled for November 29 due to the pressing from Russia, which offered him in addition. There are important economic compensation for it, such as a reduction in the price of gas. This announcement catalyzed the discontent of the population, especially in the west of the country. On November 24, tens of thousands of Ukrainians demonstrate against the government in Kiev's Independence Square Maidan. The crisis worsened during 2014. In February of that year, the Ukrainian security force killed at least 100 people in the protests. Popular outrage and brutal repression forced Yanukovych to flee. Meanwhile, in Simferopol, the capital of the Ukrainian peninsula of Crimea, pro-Russian militants clashes with supporters of the Unite of Ukraine. At the same time, camouflaged Russian military and Kremlin espionage agents entered Crimea to thwart its annexation to Russia. On February 16 of that year, a referendum was held in Crimea, in which, amid accusation of fraud, the annexation to Russia won by more than 97% of the votes. 2 days later, Putin signed the incorporation of the Ukrainian peninsula. In this moment,
Thanks everyone for your attention, and keep watching our program, and see you later in another session.